folks, I hope you're doing well today. Welcome to a special tutorial. My name is Bonnie and I am an artist and streamer on Twitch. If you're not new around here, thank you again for stopping on by. I want to first thank you guys on all the support on my last tutorial about making Twitch emotes. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out in my description and in the card on the top right corner if you would like. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys about cross contour lines and how you can use them to level up your art. This is a super useful technique when you're learning about form, shadows, line art, and more. This has helped me level up my drawings too, so I wanted to share you this simple but underutilized method. Now we're going to get right into the video, so thank you guys for watching. First, what are contour lines? Contour lines are lines that define the outline of a form without the use of shading. Simply put, it is the lines that people normally make while they're drawing. We normally use drawing outlines in our illustrations, but this video is about cross contour lines. So what are these exactly? So with these examples, I'm going to show what cross contour lines are and how they work. As you see, I have a couple shapes on the board right now, and I wanted to go and kind of give you a little rundown. So the outline is your contour lines. So your contour lines are what you guys normally see on the outside. What you don't see is your other shapes. So these lines right here that I'm drawing right now in red, these are what you call your cross contour lines. They define a shape, and you can see that they go and help define a form. Now, cross contour lines are evenly placed on an object, similar to how you would look at spy movies. So when like those spies are going through those grids and they're doing those cool flips and stuff, they if the spy was to go through that laser grid, it should go and give you even lines. So these even lines are what helps a person develop what their contour lines are in the object. So as you see, I have a sphere, I have a cube, and I have a cylinder right here. And I'm just making these dotted lines to show you like where these lines are on these objects. So if I was to divide the cube like I did with the sphere, these lines right here would be the cross contour lines, just like with this cube, with this cylinder. Making sure that you have about even spacing on these lines. Most of the time people will have a middle line that they like to put for these objects as well. Just sort of getting, the gist of it down. Sometimes I do it, sometimes not. But it is nice to know where your middle line is, just in case you need to know where the middle of an object is, or even where the middle of your object will be. So as you see, these cross contour lines are evenly spaced, but they're also going the same direction. So I made sure that these are going the same direction across, like so. And it's not necessarily, I'm not necessarily making like a wireframe or a 3D mesh, but those objects normally do help when studying cross contour lines like this. Now you do need to figure out what direction you want these lines to go in, just in case, and you want to make things perpendicular. So you want to make it have a 90-degree angle on all of your lines. So as you see, like here, it's a 90-degree angle. 90 degrees, 90 degrees. Now the sphere is a little bit different, but that's because I'm dealing with some foreshortening, which I will explain a little bit on what that is a little bit further in this video. But as you see, I can make a 90-degree angle with all of these corners. And also, these should be perpendicular to the tops of your drawings as well. So you see the top of the object right here. It should be perpendicular with this, with these lines as well. So in order for this to be helpful to you, you also need to know where your horizon line is. So like with this example right here, your horizon line is right in the middle. So knowing where that horizon line is, you can go and define more circular shapes in order to go and showcase where your cross contour lines are. This is just better for your perspectives. So, like from here, and when you're looking up and down at an object. So, for example, you're looking down at this object. So your horizon line should be up here. You're looking up at this object, so your horizon line is down here. This affects your cross contour lines. So you're gonna look down at this object and have more lines. So you can see the top of this object. Meanwhile, you want to see the bottom of this object, and you're going to have more lines go up. And it helps with curving those lines, seeing where you're going with it, and so on and so forth. So cross contour lines do help with things like foreshortening. So foreshortening is the process of making that item come out like a 3D object. So foreshortened objects like this, you see this is like it's coming out at you like this. So you're gonna go and try to make that line disappear out into the distance. And this helps with poses such as like punching poses and trying to make things look like they're in perspective, because a lot of these items that are in perspective use foreshortening in order to get it done. So you're gonna see the spaces on here get gradually smaller as it goes off into the distance. Very much like you're using 1-point perspective. Like this one right here, since it's coming at you, it'll be more like this. So you see it's gradually getting smaller as it goes off into the distance. And your distance is up here, and your horizon line's right there, and your point's right there. Similar to something like this. So you may be wondering how I'm putting this into practice with my own drawings, right? Believe it or not, most of the time when you're making a sketch, you're putting down the contour lines. Basic sketch help define the form and flow to your illustrations. So I'm going to start with a blank canvas right now, and I'm going to start sketching out a picture that I am working on for a new illustration. Let me go and get my sketch layer out, and I will chit chat while I work on this with you guys. So when most people sketch an illustration, they'll sketch it 2 or 3 times before they are happy with the result. And others will use a process called thumbnailing in order to plot what they want their illustrations to look like. So I already did this step with a sketch in my sketchbook. You'll see it right here as it pops up. And I decided that I was going to do this sketch of Kokomi from Genshin Impact and start drawing basic shapes out. So as I draw these basic shapes, I am just sketching out kind of how I would like this sketch to look like. Just basic shapes, basic where the body parts go. And this is something normally that I do with all of my sketches before I even start with anything. Just basic shapes. Okay, so now since I have my sketch completed, I am actually going to make a new layer and a folder, which is actually going to be my folder for all of my shapes that I'm going to go and turn from 2D into 3D. So I'm going to call this my form folder and throw this up here. Now, I like to go and break everything down into separate body parts. With this, I can see that like the first separate body part will be the head. Let me go and get this bigger for you guys. So it'll be your head. It'll be your head. If I can, it'll be your head, your shoulder, your shoulders, your hands. I'm going to slowly get this done. Your torso, which I'm breaking down into multiple shapes. The hips, since this is a mermaid. And then I'm breaking down the tail. And I'll only do this for the human characters. Not necessarily any kind of other background element, such as like the fish or anything like that. And also this isn't for detail work. So, as you see, when I'm going to work on each and every body part, that this will help me when I put each body part on on different layers. This will also help me with moving things around due to perspective issues in my drawing, or even just proportions for different body parts. I also place the layers on top of each other in the pose, so I know like the head is more in front than one arm, and then one arm's actually behind the torso, and so on and so forth. So I will start sketching those parts now, and we're just going to speed that up while we work. Alright, so now I'm to the point where I can go and sketch out the clothes, eyes, and hair again, so I know exactly how it lays on top of my drawing. And if an item is like armor or a weapon or something larger, I would also break these items down too to show their material changes. And with that, you are now ready to do your line art. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Please like and subscribe for more videos and tutorials coming soon. All of my socials are located in my description, and if you want to see more art. If this tutorial helped you out in any way, please share it out with somebody that may need it. And you guys may like this next video right here.